Here's a picture of a metamorphic rock. Specifically, its name is gneiss. For enrichment, marble is another type of a metamorphic rock, and it is formed from the sedimentary rock called limestone. Now, if you're confused about how a sedimentary rock can transform to a metamorphic rock, the reason of it is because of the rock cycle. And now let's talk about the rock cycle. The rock cycle is a very slow process, which rocks and the minerals that comprise them are heated, melted, cooled, broken down, and reassembled. So this picture here shows the process of the rock cycle. It's not very clear, sorry about that, but you can listen to my explanation. If you have an igneous rock, and it can become sediments through the processes of weathering, erosion, transport, or deposition. And the sediments then can transform to sedimentary rocks through the process of lithification. Now, the sedimentary rock can also transform back to the sediment through weathering, erosion, or deposition. But if the sedimentary rock go through the process of heating or having pressure on it, it can become metamorphic rock. And the metamorphic rock can become magma and lava through melting. And magma and lava can transform to igneous rock through cooling and a process called crystallization. And an igneous rock can also transform to metamorphic rock through heating and pressure. And the metamorphic rock can become sediments through weathering, erosion, or deposition, and then also transform to sedimentary rock through lithification. So the rock cycle is a cycle that any type of rock can transform to another different type of rock through the different conditions. Enrichment. The rock type found on a planet helps scientists to understand the environment in which the rock formed. Okay, now let's talk about mineral. The definition of mineral is any naturally occurring solid element or inorganic compound with a crystal structure, a specific chemical composition, and distinct physical properties. And here's the picture shows many different kinds of minerals. Enrichment. The most common mineral found on the Earth's surface is called quartz. The next word is ore. Ore is a rock that contains economic amounts of a particular element. And here's a picture that shows an ore. There are many different types of ores. For example, we have iron ores, metal ores, gold ores, and so forth. Now, it's time to talk about the natural hazards that caused by plate tectonics. Now we have landslide. The definition of landslide is it occurs when large amounts of rock or soil collapse and flow downhill. So this picture shows a place after a landslide. So landslide means a large amount of rock and soil are falling downhill, and landslide can cause many consequences, and it's very dangerous. Each year it causes many deaths of people. Enrichment. Scientists find out that not only Earth, but Mars and Venus also experienced landslide too. Okay, now let's look at mass wasting. The definition of mass wasting is the downslope movement of soil and rock due to gravity. So mass wasting is a general term. It's different from landslide because landslide is just part of mass wasting. The classification of mass wasting, we have slide, fall, and flow. So these are the types of mass wasting. Some ways to reduce impact of mass wasting, we have afforestation, reforestation, and also reduce angle of slope. The next word is tailings. Definition of tailings is the residue of any product, as in mining. So this picture shows a pond that contains the leftover of minerals or other wastes. The greatest danger of tailings ponds is dam failure, with the most publicized failure in the US being the failure of a coal slurry dam in the West Virginia Buffalo Creek flood. The next word we have is surface impoundments. The definition of surface impoundments is a lagoon or pond designed to hold waste materials and prevent their escape to the environment. So the picture here shows an example of a surface impoundment. Any surface impoundment must be lined with heavy plastic so the hazardous waste cannot leak into the ground. So in the diagram, we can see that the black parts here surround the pond. They are heavy plastic, so they prevent the escape of the hazardous waste here from leaking into the ground. The next word is smelting. Smelting is a process of separating the metal from impurities by heating the concentrate to a high temperature to cause the metal to melt. So the picture here shows part of the process of smelting. The temperature of the liquid here is extremely high, so that it can cause the metal of this impurity to melt. For enrichment, the principal sources of pollution caused by smelting are contaminant-laden air emissions and process wastes such as wastewater and slag. Okay, this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.